Welcome to the Sounds of Chicago podcast, brought to you by the Chicago Music Guide. Hi, my name's Mark, and this is a podcast that's dedicated to the vibrant local Chicago music scene. Chicago has a very storied history when it comes to live music. So we're going to talk to some artists and capture the feeling and the spirit of the thriving local music scene. Today, I'll be talking to an artist that's been seen on stages all around the Chicago area, djembe in hand. Tea enthusiast, kindness advocate, the Endeavorist, Brian Christian Adam.
Well, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you
Good
today?
to see you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You're a veteran of this podcast.
Yeah, I was on, that was 2 years ago with Brian Joseph Kuhn and Zachary Sonny Edwards.
Yeah, you're a partner in crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I first met you guys at O'Neill's in Lombard.
That's right. We're still doing that open mic. Yeah.
Good. And I got to compliment you that you guys run a very tight but also relaxed open. And
well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
If people aren't comfortable, they're not going to want to come back.
Right. And I do like the way you run it. I mean, you pulled me into it, so I'm very, very happy for that. So we're here to talk about a few things today, but first I want to ask you, how did you become a tea enthusiast?
Tea. Oh, wow. I was very young, and I would drink tea with my grandma.
Okay.
And for some reason, I just really enjoyed it. My brother and I started getting into it, and it just kind of like with other things in my life, like when I do something, I go all the way. I was like, how far can I take this? And I took it pretty far with an extensive collection of very interesting teapots from all around the world, and
excellent.
Met the 42nd Grand Tea Master from Japan for like the Chanayu tea ceremony. Yeah, really like, let's see how far we can take it.
Okay.
Pretty far. Yeah.
So, and are you a Chicago native?
Chicagoland, yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in the Fox Valley area around like Algonquin.
Yeah. Still, you're in the area.
Yeah.
So, and do you have a musical background? Was there music at home when you were growing up?
My parents listened to a lot of music. My dad was more like Jimi Hendrix and the Doors, whereas my stepdad, my mom were more into like Pink Floyd and the Beatles. Mm-hmm. So I got a pretty good mix, and I grew up listening to classical music or Tibetan monks chanting, or whatever genre. It didn't really matter to me.
Didn't limit yourself.
No, not at all.
And when did you start playing djembe?
I got one in college, so I was about 20, and I really wanted to get into drumming, and back then my mind didn't work so well, and I was under the impression that because I was left-handed, I will never be able to learn how to play the drum kit, which is just silly.
Right.
But back then, I don't know. So I just played djembe, and then when I was like 36, I thought, hey, let's get into drumming and learn that you can just play open-handed, and it's more interesting that way. So I just own it.
Okay, so you started late with music.
I started taking it serious later. Yes, I just met some really cool people and was like, hey, I should do this. This seems like a worthwhile goal, and that's. I received a lot of kindness and compassion from the music community, so it just made sense for me to give back what was given to me.
Sure, absolutely. And we did a tribute show at the studio a while back.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And thank you for introducing me to Anthony Galba, who's an amazing guitar player.
He is.
And a great person. He's great. And
very colorful character.
Yeah. I like him a lot. He's very, very cool. But we put together a little, I called it Campfire Bowie because it was Bowie songs which sort of stripped down. And
I liked it.
It worked out really well.
Yeah, it worked really well for that stage.
Yeah, so, and being at the studio, Laura's place is always a good time.
It is.
So, again, thank you for joining me with that. And so you play with so many different bands, though. I see you almost online. Friday I'm with these guys. Saturday I'm with these guys. How do you keep everything straight?
Thank God for Google Calendar. That's it. I just learned a very efficient way of putting information in really quick. Like you can, I don't know if anyone else uses it, but you can just put in a Google Maps link, what you're doing, and usually it's just like an emoji. It'll literally just be the person's name,
Right.
and then a djembe emoji, or I do photography, so it would just be a camera emoji,
Right.
and then it's like, oh, that's what I'm doing. Not a problem.
Okay. And does it often get mixed up or?
No, I mean, there's a few times I've gotten out of my car with the
With your-
djembe and
needed the camera.
Yeah. So, but none to where I actually went inside with like drumming gear, and it's like, no, you're doing photos tonight, but never screwed up that bad.
Okay, and so now we're going to talk a little bit now about this Homegrown Arts and Music Festival.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the reason for the season. And how did you get involved with this?
It was 2021. Aaron Williams, he's the founder of Homegrown. He invited me to come out and do photos for the day, and I was already pretty into the local music scene, so I was just really grateful for the opportunity, and I was just amazed at the different types of musicians that were there. There's all different kinds. All ages, all races. It was just like a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, I was at the fest last year. It was my first time, and I was astounded at the level of commitment to original music that you guys had. How great the bands were. The main stage, and you had 2 side stages as well.
That was 2022, and I believe last year we
Yeah,
only
last
had 2 stages.
I remember 3. It was my first time. There was a
Wow, things are getting a little bit mixed
There was
up.
the main acoustic, the main stage, the main acoustic stage.
Oh,
and
you're
then
right.
There was a third.
Yes,
On the other side of the.
That
building.
was run by Party Marty, who's
Okay.
from what a great name.
Yeah. He's from Milwaukee. Right?
Yes. So that this year he's doing it again, and it's the out of state / acoustic stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And where is this taking place?
Base camp in Lisle. It's a
Okay.
great place. It looks like a ski lodge. There's plenty of parking. It's free parking.
Right.
It's $25 at the door, or you can still get tickets with myself or any of the bands for only $20. And that's for all day, 3 stages, 12 hours of music. So technically 36 hours of music. So something for everyone.
And how many acts are there this year?
There are 20 bands.
Wow.
And 15 acoustic acts, and I might be getting those numbers mixed up, but 35 total acts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the typical genres that are going to be?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I have I don't even know what genres are anymore. It's so interesting because I also work for the Bunker, which also is working with Homegrown to promote it. It's a live stream on YouTube with like TV quality audio and video, and it's so interesting when we have the bands like describe themselves in 3 genres, and it's just getting like wacky.
Right.
Like dark pop, or like just I can't even think of. So to answer your question, all genres, lots of pop, lots of indie folk rock. Last year we had hip hop. So it's there's something for everyone.
And are you going to be performing this year?
I don't know. I haven't been asked yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
probably not. But
Okay.
if somebody asks me, I will. I'm really getting into the working, like putting it all together and how it all functions, and it's cool to see a festival on that level, and just for anyone that doesn't know this, it's very difficult to put on a festival. Like there's like these
Oh, no
little
way.
things that you
I
would
don't-
never expect.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, just like little teeny tiny things that all of a sudden 8 hours of your time are gone and you don't know why. It's like, so anybody that puts on a festival, you're awesome. I don't know how we do it, but we do.
Well, what would you say was one of the biggest hurdles?
Communication.
Okay, how so?
Communication with the bands. A majority of us are leading double lives. We're musicians at night, and we have families, and day jobs, and we have feelings, and we have good days and bad days, and you never know when you contact somebody, like what version of them you're getting. So it's just being very patient and just knowing when to contact people, actually getting to know people, like on a being a good friend,
right?
Not just somebody that's just trying to promote them and get them into the festival. Like being a good friend, it's very important to know, like, hey, this person's going through something. That's why they were a little bit short with me. It's like, okay, I get that.
Okay. Yeah, we all have our days.
Yeah.
So, and this is done through Local Nation. Now, what exactly is Local Nation?
So Local Nation is the parent company that was started by Aaron Williams. And what we're trying to do, kind of like with the Homegrown Arts and Music Festival, is do something similar in other states. So we were already successful doing it in Nashville. Technically last night, Aaron was down there, and I was there a month ago.
Okay.
So we paired up with Arrayas, who's also playing the Homegrown Arts and Music Festival. She's a Nashville transplant, so she was from, I think it was Homer Glen, and then she moved down to Nashville, and now she's also, hosting shows, and we're working with her. And then Aaron's also going to places like New York, and we're looking to branch out to Austin to really elevate local original music all around the country.
Right.
And the goal is to bring our people from Chicago to people in Nashville and vice versa.
Yeah, cross-pollination. Yeah. Right, absolutely. Yeah, because that's one of the things that impressed me so much, of how much excellent original music was being played that day.
Yeah, there is.
It's just jaw-dropping. It was like, and each one was like, oh, these guys are really great, and these guys are really great, and then this acoustic player was amazing, and then it was just all day that I was there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very humbling, to just like even with Tortuga, who just did, and you did an interview with. We had them play, and I knew beforehand that their drummer Mike, he's a metal drummer, and when I asked them to play an acoustic set, they're just like, yeah, no problem. He just brings a little djembe, and you adapt, and it's really cool to watch people do that.
Yeah. And so, big event. You said 35 acts. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to? You know what?
I'm actually really looking forward to seeing Holden Garcia.
Okay.
He's like 10 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Writing original.
I've seen him a couple times. Yeah.
It's so cool to watch. Like, and he came to my open mic, and he's just like, he's asking me like adult questions about the gear, and he's just, his parents are so helpful with getting him out.
Supportive.
Yeah, very supportive. Honestly, it's, and I've been asked this before, like, who you really want to see, and I'm just like, it's like asking a parent who your favorite child is. It's like, I really am excited to just see what everyone does, because people surprise you. They try new songs, or they've, whatever, they really give it their all, and that's the really cool thing for me to see.
Buy a ticket, go see this show. You're gonna see something you enjoy. And what I also liked about how well paced it was, it seemed like there was no downtime.
It's all very organized. Yeah,
very organized and run very efficiently.
Yeah, we really put a lot into it. We do leave little chunks of time,
of course,
for changeover and things like that. But the level of professionalism with everyone we work with is just off the charts. So incredibly grateful to work with all these people.
And how supportive has Basecamp been?
Oh, they're really into it. This is like the peak, because we bring anywhere from, I think it's 1,000 to 1,500 people just in one day.
Sure.
So they're totally into it. We've done other shows like a post homegrown show where we have like 3, 4, maybe 5 bands play. So they're very supportive with the original music. As it's very hard in this climate. That just to get a gig playing all original music. So we're very grateful for Basecamp, and it's a mutual exchange.
Absolutely. And I've seen you've done a couple shows of like the road to Homegrown also around town.
Yeah, we
Those
had
have been
that
great.
at, like you mentioned earlier, the studio in Lockport. Thank you
Mhm.
so much, Laura. That was an amazing show. And then we had another one at Base Camp. We've had them around. I think we're going to be doing more shows like this because we're drawing out more and more people, and it's really cool to see, like, just packing the place with just all original music.
Right.
I think this is the way it should be.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I'm a little older than you, and a lot of my friends always complain, "Oh, there's no original bands. All got to go see are these cover bands." I go, "This is happening in the suburbs, in your backyard. You don't have to go to the city. You don't have to worry about parking. This is happening in your backyard.
Yeah.
Go see this, because the more people to go see this, maybe you can do 2 a year."
Absolutely.
Or more a year, and support these local artists who are creating original music in your backyard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but okay, there is also the term arts in that. What's that angle in this?
We do
festival?
have art vendors. That's every year I do the festival. I get beads made by the same
Oh, nice.
person, and Chris Hodge. He's the one that made the artwork.
Okay.
So he's been doing that, I think, for like 5 years.
That's-
Just like super intricate drawings.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be there selling some of his prints, and then I think we have somebody doing henna.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
it's somebody that makes. Last year we had somebody that makes guitars out of cigar boxes.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And they
that,
sounded
yeah.
really
Yes, they
good.
did.
I couldn't believe how the tone on them was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So we had somebody that makes soap,
Okay.
so you can smell good.
Very good.
After an entire day sweating at a festival, you can clean yourself up with some soap.
So, so you got again 35 acts, you 2 acoustic stages, one. How many out of town acts are you guys going to get?
That
offhand?
is a good question. I don't have that exact number. I know we have Kate and K9, which they're originally from Illinois, but now live in Michigan.
Okay.
And I'm not familiar with the rest. I know Party Marty's running the stage, and it's kind of a mixture between acoustic acts from Illinois and then out of state. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Because last year I met a couple of acts from Milwaukee, and I'm still see and connect with them on Instagram as well. And so if we wanted to get tickets for this, where can we get tickets?
You can go to homegrownartsandmusicfestival.com, or you can find any of these bands and hit them up. A lot of people, like myself, will literally just hand deliver them to you. So you can find me on Facebook. It's Brian Christian Adam. Yes, I know, 3 first names. Or you can find me on Instagram at _Endeavorist. So I can get that out for you, or any of the bands. We also have, before I forget, you can also see these quote-unquote Road to Homegrowns from the comfort of your own phone on YouTube. You just type in The Bunker Homegrown, and you'll see all of the shows, so you can check out these bands before you even go anywhere. Okay. And it's amazing quality audio and video. So, like, you can put it on your big screen TV and like put the speakers on and figure out which bands you like.
Okay. And what time does this kick off?
The Bunker is this Thursday at 8:30. We go live, so you can actually interact live on the chat on YouTube with the band. Ask them questions.
Cool.
And if you can't see them at 8:30, then as soon as the show's over, it just goes into YouTube and you can access it anytime. I've been working there for about 3.5 years, so we're at show, I think, 179.
Wow.
So there's a lot of, and it's all original music.
Excellent.
So literally from around the world. We've had people from Puerto Rico, UK, all around the country, every genre, so like Swedish death metal, and anything that you want, gospel.
Okay.
It's all right there. A lot of those bands are playing at Homegrown Arts and Music Festival.
Okay. And Homegrown starts at what time?
Noon.
At noon.
Yeah.
Saturday, July 27th, starting at noon at Base Camp in Lisle. Fantastic bar, great food, great drinks, great live original music. Come out and see it. Check it out. you owe yourself. Get out and see this show.
Absolutely.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thanks
Thank you so much
Brian.
for having me. This is
Yeah.
wonderful. I hope I get to come back soon.
It's great. It's always great to hang out with you.
Thank you so much. And everyone, I always have to end each podcast with this.
Yep.
Please be kind, be compassionate, work hard, and do it daily. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.